to think big with AI, and it's nice to. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have this training with you guys. So thinking big with AI. What is AI and why is everyone crazy about it? So AI is basically trying to make computers behave like human beings, so mimicking human intelligence, right? And then AI comes in three categories. We have the artificial narrow intelligence, we have the artificial general intelligence, and then artificial super intelligence. Now, this session is going to have the theory part and the practical aspect. So, when it gets to the practical part, I would let someone share their screen so we go through the practical aspects. Yeah. So, for the artificial narrow intelligence, that is where we are currently in the world. This has to do with generative AI, voice assistants, the Geminis, the facial recognitions, and everything that we are seeing happening around us right now is called artificial narrow intelligence. Now, we also have the artificial general intelligence. That is a theoretical one for now. It's not being practiced at the moment, and research is currently going on in that field. Now, what is expected of this artificial general intelligence is that it's going to be able to reason like a human being, and it's going to be able to adapt and improve. So imagine an AI chatbot that is able to reason like a human being. Now, the next one is the artificial super intelligence. This is also undergoing research, and is this going to be the most advanced AI technology we're ever going to have, because this time around the AI is expected to behave like a human being and even much more like a human being. So it's going to be able to make decisions, think critically, be creative, do everything you are seeing as human beings do right now. So anything you as a human being, even to the extent of having feelings and emotions. And I think we can never get to the third part, the artificial super intelligence, because that is basically recreating God's creation. I don't know if if you agree with me. Let me see some reactions. Do you agree with me? I'm not seeing the reactions in the house, please. Great. So, uh, where's my presentation? Okay, great. Now let's understand what actually goes on in the generative AI field. So, the generative AI, as I mentioned earlier, is under the artificial narrow intelligence. And then generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates a new content. So be it text, be it images, be it audio or code. So anything you use generative AI to do is something new under the sun. You have never ever seen that before. So if I prompt ChatGPT that give me the recipe for cooking pancakes, and I start a new chat and I tell it to give me the recipe for cooking pancakes, I bet you those two responses are going to be different. I'm going to have two different responses. So anything generative AI does is very new. Now, how do they work? So generative AI work on um data sets. So data sets are fed in the backend. When I say the backend, it's more like a knowledge base. So data sets are fed there. Human beings, articles, we have books, we have anything, any data that could help the generative AI is fed into the knowledge base. And based on that, when we query or when we prompt, we get responses from it. And then why does it fit? It fits because books and articles cover almost every field you think of. So we have books when it comes to psychology, books in IT, books in anything you can think of. So because of this, it's able to give us responses. You can even ask it about, maybe you're pregnant and you want some tips or anything. You can ask it, because the knowledge that is being fed the engine is based on books and it's based on people's research that have already been done. Now, this is your AI toolkit. I'm sure most of us know almost, like, let's say 90 or 80% of the tools we have here currently. So we have the Claude, Otter AI, which I see some of us using right now. We have the Microsoft Copilot. We have the Consensus AI. Consensus AI helps us with research papers. So in case you're looking for a research paper in a particular field, you just have to search for that particular topic in Consensus AI. We have Notebook LM. We have Gamma for PowerPoint presentations. We have Gemini, we have Grok AI, we have Jasper, Perplexity, Arena, and Trains AI. So I'll share this slides after the session so everyone can have access to the AI toolkit. Now, this is the most important aspect of this training, the art of effective prompting or prompt engineering. You can have all the AI tools in the world, but if you do not know how to prompt effectively, whatever you're looking for is not going to be given to you. Whatever response you're expecting is not going to give to you. Now it works like this. I know we've all heard about garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you feed the AI chatbot or the AI engine is what you're going to get in response. So it's very important to know that whatever you're feeding the chatbot is of good quality. So whatever you get back will also be of good quality. Now, a prompt is the input that you give to a generative AI model to tell it what to do and how you want it to do it. So a prompt consists of two main components. We have the instruction and then the context. So now the instruction, what do you want the AI to do? So you want it to summarize, you want it to draft, you want it to rewrite, explain, compare, or translate. That is the instruction. Now we come to the context. Now the context is who is your audience and what tone do you want it come in, and then what constraints and what background does it need. So let's say I have a maybe a textbook. Now I want a summary of the textbook, so I'll be like, summarize this textbook. Now that is the instruction. Now comes the context. To maybe the context, you don't want the whole book to be summarized. You want like some chapters to be summarized. Now summarize this book considering the first 5 chapters. Take out examples or include more examples. Take out unnecessary details I might not need because I'm studying for my test. So that is the context. You let the chatbot or the AI engine know that you want it to include more examples, or you want it to even explain it as though it's explaining to a 5-year-old, so you can get or grasp the content more. So this is the part of the a prompt. We have the instruction and the context. Any questions at this point?
Okay, we can take questions when you're done.
All right, that's
Yeah,
great.
thank you. And you can leave your questions in the chat room, okay? The moderator will read it. Thank you. It's going on well.
All right, so let's continue. Now, we now know the part of a prompt. So now, what do we have to consider when we are prompting? First, we have to be specific. So if you are not specific, it's going to give you vague answers. So let's say you just input the book in the chatbot and you tell it to summarize this. It's going to summarize everything, and it's going to include a lot of things you don't even need. And it's even going to come from or pick a context that is not specific to you. So it's going to give you generic results. Let's say you want, I'm sure most of us have used Claude to generate slides before. So if you are not specific and you are vague, Claude is going to give you something very generic, and whoever is even marking your work, whoever is going to go through that slides will know that this is not specific to you, or this is created by AI. And you have to be able to iterate. So let's say you told it to summarize the book, maybe the first 5 chapters, and then after it was done summarizing the first 5 chapters, you didn't like how the output was. So then you continue and you be like, okay, I didn't see a lot of examples, so you can include examples, or I didn't get the understanding, so please break it down as you are explaining to a 5-year-old. That is iterating. So you should be able to iterate, and then you get your responses. Now, here's the thing with iteration. You see, sometimes when we are using ChatGPT and we are not using the paid version, sometimes we run out of our credits, or they'll tell you that come back after like some hours to continue this chat. So that is why prompt engineering is very important, because if you're able to prompt very well at the beginning, you don't have to like use all your credits because you have gotten what you need. Now, if you do not prompt well and you continuously iterate and iterate and iterate, you get to the end of the credit, and then whatever you are looking for at the end of the day, you are not able to get it. Now, the format has to do with how you want the information or the response to be delivered to you, whether in the form of a table, in the form of a chart, in the form of a flow diagram or an outline. So you have to also state that in your prompt. So maybe you want it in a Word file, and you want some tables in there. You have to explain or state all that in your prompt so that you don't have to continuously iterate and then you use up all your credits. Now, we are going to learn about the PQR method. So the PQR method basically talks about the fact that whatever AI gives you, you can't 100% trust it because you don't know where it's getting it from. So now the PQR method is going to help you know whether you can trust this response that the AI is giving to you. So we have plausibility. So where this does the results seem to be perfect or clean? Do the figures and dates and names add up? And an academic example. So does this statistic about pass rates look right? Okay, great. So let's say you are going to present to some investors, right? And then you use AI to generate your PowerPoint slides. Now, when you generate the PowerPoint slides, the AI is going to give you some statistics that 50% of students drop out of school at the age of this, da, da, da. How do you know what the AI is giving you to use correct? Because ideally you should have read some research papers to have come across these statistics. But here's the case, you didn't read these research papers. So how do you know that what the AI is telling you is correct? So you have to check. You have to use a PQR method to check. So first, you have to make sure that whatever the AI is telling you, it makes sense. The statistics can actually be found. And then we have the sources. So this is where you tell the AI to link the sources or wherever it's getting the information from to you. So the AI will link everything to you, and then you're able to follow and then go and read that paper that it gave the statistic from. So is a source real and verifiable? And sometimes people's blog pages that are not verifiable, it picks information from, because I mentioned earlier that it's being fed a couple of data, people's blog posts, people's articles, people's point of views. So you have to be sure that wherever it's getting the information from can actually be trusted before you can proceed with whatever it's given to you. Then the risk level. What if this is wrong? Now, if you actually present wrong information to people, you lose your credibility, because everybody's like, nah, you didn't put in the work to come and present to us, and whatever you are presenting to us is false info. So how do you think about how you look when people realize that whatever you came to feed them was false info, but that wasn't your intention, because you were depending on an AI too. Now these AIs hallucinate, we'll get there. So you have to be very sure that whatever the AI is giving to you is actually correct. So it's important to use a PQR method. All right. Now, the art of effective prompting. We are still on prompting. So instead of saying summarize this, you can be like, summarize this 45-page accreditation report in exactly 5 bullet points. So you see the 5 bullet points is in the format you want it. Focus only on the action items that the academic affairs directorate. Yes. So this actually gives it the context. You're telling it to summarize, that's the instruction. And then the rest also comes in. That is the context you are giving to the AI to make it understand what exactly you are looking for from it. Then you can also say, reply this complaint, or you can be like, draft a professional response to a student requesting da 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 da. Then write a reminder, or you can't say write a reminder, you can say write a notice to students, library opens 24 hours. So this is write a notice to students is the instruction, and then library is open during exams November, mention study rooms. That's the context you are giving to the AI. Now we also have the RCTF framework. That is where you make the AI assume a role. So let's say you want some graphic designs to be done right. You can tell the AI to assume the role of a graphic designer, to do this, to design this, and you can even give it an inspiration, and it's going to mimic that inspiration, and it will come up with the design you want. So what role do you want it to assume? You can tell it to assume the role of an exam officer, the role of a secretary, any role you want it to assume. You just tell it to assume that role, and then you give it the text, you give it the context, and also the structure, whether you want it to be in the form of a table, you want it to be in the form of a chart or a flow diagram. So this is basically summarizing the part of prompt engineering that we spoke about. Now these are practical workflows. So when you have to draft a letter or a correspondence, you can use ChatGPT or Claude to do that. You have meeting minutes, and then maybe you have to do it some diary management. You can use Otter AI to do that, which I see most of us using already. And then file your documents or summarize, and you can use notebook or Google Docs to organize your documents. So you can use Google Docs to organize your documents. You can use Notebook to organize your documents. You can use Excel to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Excel to organize your documents. You can use Excel to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Excel to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize your documents. You can use Power BI to organize
I believe you are in the practical workflow now. We are doing.
So we spoke about, let me just at the beginning. So I was saying, if you have to just entrust 100%, right? Because I was giving an example earlier. I think that was when you lost me. So I was saying that I asked AI to generate an image of ladies. I think we can try it now and see if it's, the bias is still on. But I told it to generate an image of ladies, and it gave me only white ladies. And then I further on went and I prompted and I said, I want an image of a gang. And it gave me black men holding guns. So there's this bias in there. And you can see that when I told you to give me ladies, it didn't even include a single black lady in there. It was just white ladies. And when I told it to give me a group of an image of some gangs, it gave me black men holding guns. And then there was a white man separating the black men trying to fight. And I was like, whoa, this the bias is crazy. So how do we as Africans use AI to our advantage if the bias is real? Now that is where most AI engineers in Africa come in. You can see that data sets that are being used to train the AI engine is mostly from the Western world, and the ACAN, or the, let's say, the African data sets are not that much, but we produce a lot of data. So it's not up to us to come up as AI engineers and also be in the field and make sure that our culture, our everything is being seen and heard, so that we are able to even break some myths, because it's assumed that the blacks are the ones that are causing all the trouble, that are everything that you can think of. So it's up to us to make sure that we are seen and we are heard. So we have to be responsible. How do we use AI responsibly? First, you have to do the accuracy check. Like I said earlier, AI can hallucinate a lot. What I mean by hallucinating is that, let's say you tell it to let's say draft not even draft, or give you some statistic about maybe how malaria kills people in Africa. It will tell you that is not true. But or even medical reports percent of Africans, automatically it picks that information and it drops it to you. So it's up to you to make sure that you check, you make sure you cross check and make sure that whatever the information the AI is giving you is correct. Now, privacy. The issue on privacy is very serious when it comes to in our world today, because now a lot of people are leaning or are depending on AI and they are just putting in any document because I don't know if we are feeling lazy or we just want the work done. It's so I always say that if you email a particular document to someone, do not put it in the AI chatbot or AI engine. Now remember, whatever you feed the AI is what is being used to train the AI. So if you feed your confidential documents in there are people in the back end that actually see everything that goes on, and they have access to all these confidential documents. So if something that could cause harm to your organization or yourself, I wouldn't advise that you put it in there. So if you are not going to email that particular document to someone, do not put it in an AI engine. I'm sure most workplaces have the AI policy and what you can feed the AI with and what you cannot feed the AI with. So it's important that if you work in an organization, you go through their AI policy, you know what is accepted and what is not, because sometimes this can even lead to you losing your job because you put in a confidential document which was not supposed to be there. And that can cause a breach because you have breached the humanity email anyone into the AI. Now, so data sets with data sets, the AI is in our own local language because we do behind. So you have to know that the AI is bad because when it first came when we start practicing or using the AI, it was first with Western data. Now it's up to us in Africa to make sure that our data is also fed in there so this bias can be reduced. We've already talked about the plausibility, the sources, and then the bias awareness. Would anyone give me like what they understand by the plausibility side? Hello. Yeah, I was saying that. Would anyone tell me what they understood by what I meant by plausibility? Let me make you admit it. Okay, let me just.
All right, so thank you, Mal, for this opportunity. So, with the plausibility, what it means is that, like, sometimes the AI itself is going to assume like a certain data which doesn't exist to give you a response based on the prompt you give it. Thank you.
All right, great. You're welcome. Thank you for that. So I'm trying to position myself here. Please, if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me clearly. Okay, great. So yeah, the sources basically mean that you can put it there, you can let the AI know that you want to know the sources of where it got the information from. And then so you have to know the risk involved. The risk being that the AI can be biased because the data that was used to feed the AI is based on Western data, and we are now trying to like be in there and also like try to make sure that our culture and everything is not left behind. Yeah. So hallucinations, bias, data quality. I'm guessing we understand all this. I want us to get to the practical session. Okay, so let's talk about the golden rules. So lawful and ethical. So use it lawfully and ethically. So this means that if you are even within an organization, you have to know what is going on. You have to know their AI policy. You have to know what they can accept and what they can't accept because I can't imagine you putting a confidential data into an AI engine and then at the end of the day your data is breached or your confidentiality is breached. And also human control. It's very important that whenever you get a response from the chatbot or the AI, you go through, don't leave it entirely to the AI. Don't leave it entirely to the AI. You have to also go through because remember the AI is trying to mimic your intelligence. It is mimicking. It's not yet there. It's not 100%. So there should be the human factor. You can't take the human factor out because the AI is not as intelligent as you are. So don't leave everything entirely to the AI, and then use the right tool. So now ChatGPT allows us to even design graphic designs. Claude can't design graphic designs as well as ChatGPT. So you have to know what you want to do and which AI tool would help you achieve that best. Okay, so at this point, I will want us to take some questions, and after the questions, I want someone to share that screen, and then we'll go through the practical aspect of the AI. So, any questions? Please, can I be heard? All right, great. Okay, I think it's safe to assume no one has a question. Or okay, so I would want someone to share their screen. Let me stop sharing. I would want a volunteer to share their screen. You open your chat GPT. Okay.
Please just give me some few seconds. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Great.
Okay.
And we are going to use ChatGPT actually. So I'm glad you have already opened your ChatGPT.
Okay.
So I want to know how many of us have already customized our ChatGPTs to ourselves. If you have, if and you understand what I mean by customizing, oh, I see quite a number of us have done that. Okay. So for those who haven't, for the sake of those who haven't, let's customize our ChatGPT. Hi, Sarah.
Yes, I can hear you. So where
Okay,
should we go
the
to?
green icon. The green icon where your name, your initials are.
Okay.
Yeah. So go to personalization.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we are personalization. So we have base style and tone. Kindly click on the base style and tone. Okay,
Yeah.
someone says he doesn't use ChatGPT. Yeah, we are going to go through all the AI tools. Don't worry. So base style and tone, please click on the default, the pointing down arrow beside the default.
Yes.
Now, you see, sometimes when you prompt your AI, it comes with a lot of things you are not even like interested in. So this is where you customize it. So do you want it to be friendly? Do you want it to be professional, candid, quirky, efficient, critical, cynical? Anything you want it to be is dependent on over here. Now, if you choose default, ChatGPT assumes anyone based on your tone. So let's say you prompt, "Hi," it assumes that you are being friendly, so automatically it switches to friendly. If you just go ahead with a prompt and then you are like, you even put in the keyword professional, it assumes a professional tone. But if you set the tone to professional, it stays professional throughout. If you set the tone to friendly, it stays friendly throughout. So it's up to you. Do you want the AI to be switching between professionalism, friendliness, candid, quirky, or you want it to just assume the position of being professional? So Sarah, this is up to you. Do you want it to be professional all the time?
No, so,
If
some
yes, you can select professional.
okay. So I think I work around any of these between professional and efficient. So maybe as and when I need it, I have to prompt it to do what I want it to do.
Yeah, exactly. Great. All right. Now the characteristics. We have warm, enthusiastic, headers and lists and emojis. So now let's go to warm first. Now, do you want it to be warm, like it to be accommodating all the time? Or you want it to be default, or you want it to be very, very professional and very factual? You have to select less. If it is more, AI is going to talk about a lot of things, and then at the end of the day, it might even miss the point. So I customize mine to be less warm, because like, just get straight to the point. Don't be all nice. You're not a human being. All right. And then it's been enthusiastic. The AI is always happy to see you. Hey there, I'm happy to see you. And sometimes it will even miss the point. So if you want it to be less or more enthusiastic, you choose. I have selected less on mine, because you're not my friend. I'm not coming to be be happy and everything with you. Then also headers and lists. So you see, it comes with a lot of headers. So when you're even copying, you have to like make sure you're copying from the part that you don't want the headers or the list, and then you just copy the part. So if you want it to come in the form of a paragraph, you don't want to see all those headers and lists over there, you can customize it like the way you want to. So less. And then you see those green emojis that comes with ChatGPT. Everybody knows that we use ChatGPT for this. You can select less if you do not want to see those emojis. All right, so let's move on to custom instructions. So let's say you are a data analyst and then you work with critical data. So whatever the information the AI feeds you has to be very, very um factual and very accurate. So you can state in here that always provide sources for your information. That could be a custom instruction. You can also say, I am a data, so you're a data analyst. You can also put in there, always assume the role of a data analyst. You can put it there. Or you are an administrator and you want to say, always assume the role of an administrator. Of course, this is you customizing it to yourself. Maybe the AI talks a lot. You can tell it, don't talk a lot, like talk less, always move straight to the point, like anything you want it to do. So this part, I'm going to leave this part to you. At the end of the day, you can customize it according to how you want it to be like. Now, about you, that's optional. You can put your name, everything you want over there. Yeah. So now let's go to the memory. So now, if you turn this on, if you turn the reference and save memory on, ChatGPT is going to always remember what you have spoken about. So it's going to be based on your previous chat. So it's going to give you like the information that you need. But if you do not want it, you just want it to be like independent of other chat, you can turn it off. And the same has to do with the chat history. If you wanted to remember all your chats and everything, now when you turn this on, it consumes credits, because now the AI has to go through your previous chats to see what you guys have spoken about, to even get to know about you, then proceed. Well, I didn't switch this off because sometimes you want the AI to know a little bit about you, right? So that whatever you talk about, it's able to reference who you are, and then it's customized or it's specific to you. But if you turn it off, it doesn't remember anything about you, or it doesn't even reference your previous chats. And then now you it's like you're starting a new chat all over again, and it now has to get to know you. So that also depends on you and what you want to do. Great. Now let's go to advanced. Great. So if you want, so you, I don't know if you've seen that sometimes there are some icons at the bottom there. If you always want ChatGPT to search the web, you can turn it on. If you want the canvas to always be able to like code and everything, you can turn it on. So this is basically like you personalizing your ChatGPT to yourself. Yeah, great. So let's go to security and login. Right. So now this is when you maybe your phone you have private chats with ChatGPT, you tell it about your personal stories, your personal experiences, things you don't want your friends to see, because sometimes your friend will be like, oh, let me use your ChatGPT. Then you're like, no, I have like personal info there. Or your phone might be there, and your friend just picks up your phone and is going to use your ChatGPT, and he sees like the kind of chats you're having with ChatGPT. So this way you can set a password on it, so that anyone that picks up your phone has to enter the password before they can have access to your ChatGPT or your chats. So this is a level of privacy, and I always advocate that people would set their passwords for their ChatGPTs, because the things people are using the AI engines for is crazy. Almost every information you are looking for about the person can be found in their chat history. So it's very important that you set your password on it, and you can even set up multi-factor authentication, in that it will require what you are or what you know or who you are to even have access to your chat. Okay, so we are done personalizing our chat GPT. If you haven't done that, hope you remember the process, and then you can do that yourself. So yeah, there are other tools you can explore, but the most important thing was the personalization, so you do not have like generic answers. Okay, so can we go to Gemini for those who do not use ChatGPT?
Okay, so I also don't use. Okay, I think
Gemini.
okay. I think I opened this some
But you have a
time back.
Google account, right?
Yeah, so I'm opening it.
Yeah.
Let me
All right, thank
open
you.
the tab. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you see? Is this? Can you see Gemini or is still on ChatGPT? Gemini. Okay. Okay. I think I used. So can you see my screen, please? Okay. I think I used this one for something. So let's just do a new one.
Okay. Okay. Can we have access to the settings?
Settings. Okay.
Yeah, I can't quite see the whole
Yes.
screen.
Okay. So I'm doing that. Can you see it now? Activity, personal
Yeah. Yeah.
intelligence. Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to personal intelligence, please. Now, this is just like ChatGPT, the one we did, but just that this has different features, right? So can you scroll down? This one also turns on the memory. Do you want it to remember everything it has told, like you have chatted about? You can do that.
Hmm.
Now over here you can have connected apps. I don't know if you've seen that Claude. Whenever you use Claude, it links to, maybe it generates a word file, and then you try to open the word file in your Google Drive. It links to Google Docs. So those are the connected apps. Another connected app is Notebook LM. Notebook LM2 is connected to Gemini. So if you want it to connect any other application, you can do that in Gemini. Let's say you want to connect your Canva. You can connect your Canva in Gemini. And then the instructions Gemini has to do with us giving or telling ChatGPT to always assume the position of a data analyst, or telling it to talk to this. Do you get? Okay. I see someone has raised your hand.
Justine.
Hi.
That's all. We have like 7 minutes.
Oh, okay, great, great. Great. So yeah, so you can actually personalize any of your AI tools just by going to the settings and making sure that you just go through, just explore, and you get to see that you can actually personalize your AI tool to yourself. Now, I wanted to talk about Notebook LM. How many of us have started using Notebook LM? Let me see like actions. That would let me know whether I would go extensively on it or not. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. A lot of people haven't started using Notebook LM. Okay, please, can you quickly like look for Notebook LM so that I give like a brief explanation of what Notebook LM
Yeah.
does?
We have like 5 minutes to end your session, so please,
Yeah.
just come through.
Yes, please. We are just going to briefly go through Notebook LM. Oh, okay. Then it's fine. Then if you have any questions, you can let me know while she's like opening Notebook LM. Yes, please. Yes, please. Great. So try Notebook LM. Please, have you clicked on try Notebook LM? Okay. So okay, but like your screen is okay. All right. Let me just give like
So just tap on try notebook LM, okay, Sarah. Just tap on that. So scroll down so that we see where we can add the sources and all that. In fact, notebook LLM is my favorite.
it's yeah. It's probably a network problem. Notebook. Okay, great. So the untitled notebook is where you want to name your notebook, right? Now, Notebook LM, what it does is that let's say you are a student and you have some lecture slides, right? What Notebook LM allows you to do is to put all the lecture slides in that particular notebook. Have the concept of a notebook in your head, so you can put all your slides there. Then based on the slides, you can query or prompt what you want. So now what Notebook LM does is that it gives you information from your slides and nothing aside your slides. So it's all everything it gives you is directly from your notebook. It doesn't do any web searches, it doesn't do anything. Now aside your slides, you can input links, YouTube links, links to articles, links to anything you want. Let's say you want to understand mathematics and you have some resources for studying mathematics. You can put mathematics in the Notebook LM, and then if there are some YouTube videos that are helping you to learn or study your mathematics, you can input those links to YouTube. If there's an article, you can put also that becomes like a repository for your studies. A repository that contains all your sources. So then after, if you do not understand a particular concept, you can query or prompt in there and it's going to give information based on what you have fed the Notebook LM. This is it. So now add sources is where you add the sources. Now Notebook LM allows you to generate a podcast. So based on the resources, so to generate a podcast and you have like two people talking about the same concept. So like the way we listen to podcasts now, you are going to have a podcast about mathematics. It will also help you generate a slide deck based on your resources. You can also create a mind map. Now a mind map is like a flow chart that like links concepts to each other. So let's say there are three types of let's say three types of what? Let's say you're learning science, and then there are types of rocks. So sedimentary rocks, you have sedimentary rocks, then you link sedimentary rocks is linked to its definition. So that's basically a mind map. You can have things linked to each other. You can also have a video, people explaining what you have learned or what the concept is about. You can have reports. You can even have a flashcard and a quiz. So the flashcard will summarize all the concepts, and then the quiz is going to quiz you on what you have learned so far. So that is what Notebook LM LEM does. So that this brings me to the end of my presentation. I wish we could have gone extensively into Notebook LM, but you can explore. There are videos to even explore Notebook LM. So yeah, I'm done with my presentation. Any questions so far?
Please, if you have any question, you can kindly go ahead and ask me. It was just a few minutes. I hope you have all learned
Yeah,
a lot.
we have just 1 minute, so if you have a question, you can just drop it in the chat or something. Okay, to end my presentation, if you are not going to email that document, do not put it in your chat bot or your chat engine. Thank you for having me. And it was awesome having you guys.
You from Harriet. She's asking what AI tool is best for managing diaries.
Yeah,
Please,
that'll have to be
if you can hear
Otter
me, you can
AI. Yeah, can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. Otter
yes,
AI.
please. Yes, please.
Yeah, so let's say you have an administrative work, right? You have your minutes. Otter AI is best for you. For your diaries, Otter AI is best for you. Also, we have some project management tools that help you to manage your diaries. So like something like Trello. Trello has an AI option now for managing diaries, so you can like check that out. And I think ClickUp also has an option for you to use their diary option. So yeah.
So, Miss Lydia, please, you can go ahead and move on to the next page. Okay, I think Miss Vida has joined. Hello, Miss Vida, please, if you can hear me, you can go ahead.
Everyone. This is Gloria Quaye, a no-code AI automation consultant, the founder of Auto Edge Systems, which is a digital agency where we deal with AI automation, social media management, and websites. It is an honor to be called upon to be one of the speakers for Get Your Access Consult Cohort 3 mentorship. I can't wait to meet all of you, and I hope you bring your A game on and you're ready to grabs as much knowledge as you can. And I know before the session will end for each week, you get the needed knowledge and wisdom that you need to help build your career and become visible on LinkedIn and also to be able to earn. Can't wait to see you all. Bye. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Can you see me? Am I visible? It's really dark. Ah, oh, okay, please hold on. Let me adjust myself. Mm, am I visible now? Like, isn't the light? Yeah. So I'll just have to. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, good evening. Before I start, I have just one question. How many of you believe AI will replace jobs? Kindly raise your hands. Okay. Okay. And how many of you believe AI will create even more jobs? Okay. Interesting. Today, by the time I finish, my goal is not to convince you that AI is good. My goal is to make sure none of you is left behind. So let me tell you a story. Imagine two graduates, both finished university this year, both have the same degree, both applied for the same job. The first graduate spends 6 hours writing a CV, and the second graduate uses AI to improve their CV in 15 minutes. The first graduate spends 2 days preparing for the interview, and the second graduate accesses AI to conduct mock interviews and receive instant feedback. The first graduate manually searches for jobs, and the second graduate uses AI to organize applications, tailor CVs, cover letters, and prepare for interviews. Who do you think has the better chance of getting the job? Anyone can unmute and answer. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. So who do you think? Did
Hello,
you
madam.
everything I said?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hello. Yeah, Francis. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I think the second person is likely to get a job because um
Francis, can you speak a
the
little bit
thing is,
louder?
okay, so I'm saying that the second person is likely to get the job.
Come again. It seems your line is breaking. If you can type it in the chat too, that would be wonderful. Francis. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Anyone else? Francis, come again.
Yeah, madam.
Okay. I'm
Please,
listening.
is it clear now?
Yes, it's very clear.
Yeah, madam. So I'm saying the second person is likely to get a job since he actually has the AI skills and also he has used the AI to actually prepare well for the interview and then the job position.
Exactly. Thank you. Okay, bye bye. You can mute and talk.
Thank you, Gloria. Yes, I was about to echo the same thing you mentioned. So the one who prepared adequately using AI, like leveraging the AI tools for his own good, is the one that is likely to receive the opportunities.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Gloria Quaye. I'm the founder of Auto Systems, where I help businesses save time and work smarter using artificial intelligence and automation. Today, I'm not here to teach you how to become a programmer, but I'm here to show you how AI can become your personal assistant, your career coach, and your productivity partner. If you're excited, let me see some emojis flowing. I can't see your emoji. Okay, okay. So I'm sharing my screen now. Kindly let me know if you can see my screen. Okay. Yeah. Please, can you see my screen? Is it very visible? Kindly let me know. Uh, okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm trying to see how my. I don't know why the light is not shine. Okay. Hold on. Okay. This is my slide visible. Please, someone show mute. It seems to have to. Okay. Thank you very
Able.
much. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So today, already Justine has said a lot, but straight to the point. I'll just be fast about it. So let me just summarize everything she said. So artificial intelligence is simply a personal assistant who side and is ready to help you. It can answer questions, translate languages, write letters, and suggest new ideas. We mostly use AI. So AI automation. Before this, let me ask, how many of you have heard about AI automation? Can read the answer. Okay, okay. I can see a few of you know about AI automation. Okay. So AI automation is simply um, you giving information to the computer where it repeats whatever instructions you've given it whilst you are asleep. So you can see I've given one different, two different, okay, using AI and then not using AI. So normally we use the manual one, which is the where customer sends a message, you read it yourself, you reply, you save the details. That's if you're in the vendor, you buy and sell, or you produce, you offer goods and services. Then we also have the AI automation where you set it up once using an AI automation software, and it does all everything for you without you having to touch anything. Yeah. So according to the World Economic Forum, new jobs will be created by 2030, which will be 170 million, and they'll be mainly powered by AI and automation. And then for now, we know the workers using AI are 75%. So the question is, among this 75%, can you boldly say you are part of the AI revolution? That's a question you should be asking yourself. Okay. And AI will also save 70% of the taxes we normally do manually. So now the skills that employers are mostly looking for is AI literacy, automation, prompting, data science, and problem solving. I want you to have this in your mind that AI is not replacing you, but the people who use AI are replacing people who don't. Okay, so example of real world AI automation. We have school admission, where students complete their online form and then confirmation email is sent automatically to the student's email. In hospitals, patients book online for their appointment and they get reminders which are being set automatically. For the human resource, we have the recruiters that read a CV in 30 seconds. Where you upload your CV and the recruiter gets a short summary if you fit the job criteria or not. Then we have the small businesses where customers get an invoice instantly. You place your order, then the invoice is sent automatically to the customer. Good. So before I continue with this one, do you understand everything I've said so far, or you want me to go over? Okay, thank you. So we have a few tools. No, we have so many tools that we use for AI automation. And the ones we mostly use is Zapier, um, Zapier, N8Earn, and Make.com. Those are the most popular tools we use for AI automation. So Zapier is, think of it as a very hardworking office assistant who never sleeps. It watches for something to happen, which is called a trigger. Then the moment it notices it, it acts upon whatever that is information you put there, and it completes the next task for you. We will do a live demonstration. I've already prepped everything for the sake of time. So let's get to it. Okay. So this is the form. I will put it in the I'll put the link, okay, inside the group. I want someone to fill it. Then we use it to build the AI automation. Okay. So please give me a few minutes. Oh, great. Okay. Let me copy the link. Okay. Yeah. So anyone can fill the link, then we can take it from there. Kindly let me know who fills it so we continue. Okay. If you fill it, I'll see the response. So is anyone filling it? Who is the one filling it? I hope you can still hear me. Okay. Please, is anyone filling it? Let me know. Let me know. Time is going. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, this is the Zapier account. Okay. So, if you want to create your first Zapier account, you go to zapier.com. Please, I still hope you can see my screen. You can't see the. Okay. Sorry. Please, can you see it now? Okay. So, this is the Zapier interface. And we have the co-pilot, which is done by the AI. It's just like your normal chat GPT. We have the Zap, where we automate the workflows. We have the agents, where you can build your AI agent. We have the chatbots. We have MCP, and then we have the forms. So for us, we are going to create our first automation. Yes. So the trigger, for the trigger, the trigger is where you select the apps or tools that you use in building your automation. So the forms we filled, let me, okay. So, okay, hold on. So for the forms we filled, okay, I've seen 5 responses. The forms we filled, it will be built in the spreadsheet. So I hope you can see it. This is the spreadsheet that you all fill. And as we are connecting it in the Zapier interface, okay, so it's here. Now we need to customize the, the account you're going to use. So for mine, it's I have automatically, yes, okay. So we have to choose the trigger events. The trigger events we will choose. There are numerous options available, but for what we choose is new or updated spreadsheet. Sorry, it will. This is when anyone who has the link of the form, immediately you fill it, Zapier will get access to it and then send it to wherever it wants to send it. So we are going to choose the new or updated spreadsheet rule. We are just giving the Zapier instructions. Then we select your account. So here you have to make sure it's account or the account you use to create your Google Sheet. Please take note of that. It's very important. So after filling all this, you just click on continue. Please, I hope we are all following. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here we choose the spreadsheet that contains the information, and this is it. We named it AI Workshop Responses, so that's what we choose. Then we choose the worksheet itself, which automatically is there. Then we leave this one, the trigger column, because these are the two most important columns that we need. Then we click on continue. Good. So now to confirm that the trigger we've set up is working, we just test it. If it works perfectly, you will see, okay. If it works perfectly, it will take, which is, it will take a correct mark, okay? And the correct mark shows that your trigger is working. But if it comes as a cross, it will show you that, okay, so let me explain what I mean. Um, okay, so let's say for here, I didn't choose the form responses, and uh, okay, clear selection. So I didn't choose. Automatically, it's giving me a warning here. Please, are we following? The warning shows you haven't set up your trigger well. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now the action. After you finish connecting your trigger, you go to your action. This is where your zap will run. So the action basically is where the information will be going to. So will it go to your normal WhatsApp? Will it go to your mail? Will the information that you get go to your Telegram? Will it go to your Trello, your Slack, any of them? So here we are using our email, okay? And we have to choose. So we are choosing the send email. So immediately someone fills the form, it will trigger the Zapier, and Zapier will send it to the specific email you use. That's why I'm using the send email. Please, I hope you are following. Okay, thank you. So send email. I do not want to use my account. So I want anyone to give me his or her email. Okay, just type it in the group and then I'll just copy it. Then you can take a screenshot and then put it in the WhatsApp if the automation works. So okay, so we'll use Ebenezer. Okay. Okay. So creating an account. Ebenezer, I will need you to accept when you get a prompt. Okay. So we are using Ebenezer, can you hear me?
Yes, madam, I can hear you.
Ebenezer, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, please.
Okay, so unfortunately I'll have to ask for your password. I don't know if that's okay with you. So that later you change it. Ebenezer,
Yes, madam.
is that okay with you? Can I ask for your password?
Yes, please.
Okay, so please say it and let's move on.
So,
What's the password?
please, Eben,
This will give the peer the access to be able to send you the information directly to your email. I hope we all get that. Okay. Okay. So here's the interesting part. We are going to, okay. So we are going to send the information to ABAN. Then if you have to copy it to other people, you use the CC or the BCC, which is the carbon copy and the blind carbon copy from thing, okay, hold on. So it seems I've made a mistake here. Okay. Um, Please, I hope you are following, no, because you'll be creating your first automation as part of your assignment. Can you let me know if you are following? Okay, thank you. Okay, so yes. So the first one, let me explain here for you. Because I created the form sheet, I have to use my account. I hope we all get that. But for the configuration side, we have to use Avens account since I am sending it from my account to his account. So we are going to choose our value, which is from me to him. And then the name we are going to use, you can do it. We normally use the mapping. So here you have all the information that you need. So let's say I want to send a brand. Okay. Okay. So let's say I want to send Helen's details to Aben. So we choose Helen. You can't see my screen. Oh, sorry
Yes,
about
me
that.
too.
Okay, sorry about that. It seems I went off. Yes, please can you see now?
Yes,
Is it
please.
visible now?
Yes, please.
So, were you following, or I have to explain from the setup side? Can I continue? Okay. So, for the subject and the body, those are the instructions you need to give the Zapier for it to be able to fill the information that you need. So I already prepared that. Okay, so yeah. So the use is welcome to AI and the future of workshop. So we just copy and then we paste it here. Then the body too. Oh, okay. We also copy the body and we paste it. So manually, if you are doing it manually, it's like when you finish filling your Google Sheets and it comes to me, I have to go to my email and then I type it and send it to you directly. By this time, instead of doing the typing and everything, all you have to do is just prepare your yes. I'm almost done. So the name we are going to use is Helen. Okay. Then we continue. Yeah. Okay. So Aben, can you confirm if you got the email?
Okay, please, I'm checking it. Yes, please.
Pardon?
Yes, I have gotten an email.
If you got an email. So you can send the screenshots into the screen. Sorry, you can send the screenshots onto the WhatsApp platform for everyone to see.
Okay, please.
Okay. So after you are done with everything, you just publish it. So unfortunately, I couldn't show you how to build an AI agent, but I hope we learned something. At least you'll be able to learn how to build your first automation. Okay, so for the assignment, I'll just post it in the WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, kindly let me know. You can put it um, in the chat, then I'll read and answer it. Any questions? Or you can just unmute yourself and talk.
You all hear me? Ebenezer Forsen, there's an assignment at stake. Oh. Hmm.
Okay, madam.
Please, who just responded?
It's
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer.
Okay, is there any question you have?
For now, I will say no, but I will prepare question and then when it is ready, I will put it on the WhatsApp platform.
Ebenezer, we didn't hear you well. Can you repeat yourself?
Please, I'm saying that for now, no, but upon going through the steps that you just took us through, is in case of any challenges, I will put it on the platform, I mean the WhatsApp
Oh,
platform.
okay. Okay.